Welcome back, my hobos with the handgun. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and ooh, look at that, we got 2 thumbs up. Where's the other one? There it is. All right. So what we're gonna be doing today is I just noticed this really cool purple flower. Look at this thing, man. It's like a hibiscus flower thing, but it's not. It's like, oh, what the heck is this monkey ace doing? He's gonna drop some monies on me? Give me some money, baby. Oh, is this my monkey ace? Oh, well, that's upsetting. I thought it was like a special monkey ace coming out to help give me some monies or something. I wonder if it's going to be faster to go this way. Maybe, but there's really high-class balloons that way. Let's at least get some easy-to-unlock tiles up in here. Probably going to work our magic just a little bit faster, believe it or not, because we get to go in a nice straight line across. Plus, again, we get more tiles out of it, which is always a good thing. So, oh, ninjas are favored. Obviously, you gotta go for a ninja when it's favored like that. And we get a little distraction. So we got 21 rounds, though. That's actually not as short as I was expecting. It's still technically a hard difficulty tile right here. I think it was just a Moab class tile, or maybe even just a ceramic class tile. Why would they say it's hard for me? I've already taken down Oh My God class tiles. Whoa, I guess it is getting a little difficult up in here. Pink balloons on round 1, and not just regular pink balloons, but like overwhelming pink balloons. So I just saw this story on the news, and I was curious about what your guys' thoughts were on this and what you would do in this situation. So, you know what? Let me think about this. Let's do the boomerang. He's just the safe bet for us. We're going to do the boomerang. These are lead pop and powers. Oh my god, these are actually really difficult for the first few rounds. These are like more difficult than the Oh My God class tiles, which is sort of goofy to me. It's like doesn't make much sense. Like, why are they so difficult? Was it technically just a group balloon tile or something? I don't know. But anyways, so I guess the story's from a while back, but I don't really watch the news, so I just finally found it. And basically, this armored truck, the back opened up and hundreds of thousands of dollars flew out. So, all this money was blowing on the highway. So what happened was, people got out and they started grabbing money. Like some people were running around and just grabbing bags full of money to like go and pick up. So, if you were there in that situation, what would you do? Would you grab the money? Now, my first instinct was, heck yeah, dude, I would definitely grab as much money as I possibly can. It's bank money, and I hate banks, so, yeah, suck my balls, banks. You guys don't deserve any money. You guys are the people that make us, make the United States, basically, the economy go bad when you guys do stupid things with your money, which is our money. So anyways, I guess what they did was, once they had this, like, oh, the cops came, and the cops weren't stealing the money, sadly. They were telling people that you can't have the money, and we're going to search your car if you did take any money. So, I don't know, I bet you there's some sort of camera footage out there of certain people grabbing money and things like that, possibly with their license plate, possibly them getting in the car with big bags of monies or something. And I guess, supposedly, they're saying that they're going to charge people with theft if they don't return the money. I don't know what the actual law is on that. And I think if you went before a judge or a group of peers and you just decided not, like, if you did get charged, if you did get caught and charged with stealing the money, basically, I think if you went up in front of a judge, I don't think he would want to charge you. I think if you went in front of a jury, they would definitely not want to charge you. I mean, I would not, just a regular person out on the street who took some money off of the street for somebody else's error, I would totally think that the jury would not want to prosecute them. Totally. I mean, what did they do wrong? I mean, of course they did. They took money that wasn't theirs. But it's kind of like if somebody was walking down the street with a big suitcase of money, and they dropped the money, and the money flew all over the place. And it's like, well, it's got to be somebody's. And you're like, oh, return it to this guy. It just doesn't make much sense. It does suck for that one guy, but it was his fault that he brought a big briefcase of money and didn't lock it down correctly, and got hurt or whatever. I think it'd be a little bit different if he was like walking with a suitcase of money and then got hit by a car and like the suitcase opened and all the money blew away, or if all the suitcase just opened and people started taking money out of the suitcase. Now that would be a little bit different. I don't know. It's just a really weird scenario. I'm not a lawyer, obviously, and I don't know the actual laws on book or whatnot. But to me, And I know it's like, well, you're taking something that's not yours. Technically, that's stealing. True. In this situation, I would almost say finders keepers, man. We're going third grade rules right here. Finders keepers, losers weepers. You can weep about it, but it's not gonna change. So I just thought that was a really interesting story. I'm curious about what your guys' thoughts on it were. Like, what would you do, and what do you think would happen? And do you think people would get charged if it did actually go down? It's kind of like a fun little thought experiment, I guess, and what actually transpire. But it was kind of weird because I saw a quick video and somebody was recording, and you literally just see thousands of dollars just like kind of sitting there in the grass and like sitting there on the highway. And at this point, the cops were already there, so they were saying like, you know, if you picked up any of this money, like, you can't take it with you. You have to give it to us. It's just weird. But realistically, you gotta blame the people who were in charge of locking down the truck in the first place. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I didn't read the article because I am stupid, but I probably should have. If they got it, this is another thing, is if the door just randomly popped open, well, if they forgot to lock it or something stupid, like, that's totally their fault. People who got the money should be able to keep the money. If, for example, they got hit by a semi-truck, maybe even on purpose got hit by a semi-truck, and that flew all the money all over the place, well, maybe that would be a little bit different. It'd be the similar scenario of the guy with the briefcase who gets hit by a car and the money goes flying everywhere. I don't know. I feel like almost once it leaves the truck, open for hunting season, man. Open for season. Same thing with the briefcase. Once it leaves the briefcase, kind of. I don't know. It's a weird one because, like, if I saw somebody drop a $100 bill on the ground, I would, you know, the first thing I would do is I'd be like, hey, dude, you dropped a $100 bill, and I would try and hand it to them. If I found a $100 bill on the ground, I don't know, man. It's so weird. I actually don't know the right answer to it. That's the problem. It's like it goes both ways in my mind. All these different scenarios. It's like technically, you know, like I was in this scenario, and it almost changed my mind. If you don't know who dropped it, well, then it's yours. But then I was thinking, well, in this case, they actually do know who dropped it. They know that this armored truck dropped the money, so you should return it to that person. I think it's mostly my hate for banks rather than an individual person. You're hurting an individual person if you take this money, where you're hurting a bank. Hurting a bank if you take their money. Screw banks, dude. They're insured and stuff, so, like, it's really the insurance companies that should have to pay out this money. Not even the banks, I think. I think that's the way it would work. So let's go for a couple more boom booms. Boom boom rang rangs. Boom boom rang rangs. Here it is. Boom boom rang rang. Spamming these guys. Look at them all, man. Woo! Whoa! Look at them go! And we ran out of money. But that's good. I think we're solid. You know, unless gigantic... Nope. Now we're good. Good. Not even a camo lead brush can take us down. If I had one sniper with camo lead pop and power, sure, we could probably get overwhelmed. But not when we got a wizard as well. Oh, man, look at those Bloons, though. Round 20. It's weird. I've seen a crazy round 20, but then a really easy round 21 when I played the Waddle Trees a little while back. So, just kind of interesting to see how round 21 seems to be easier than round 20 for some reason. This one actually has some ceramics. Oh, a decent chunk of ceramics. But round 20 was definitely more difficult than round 21, if you ask me. Just an odd thing to notice. So what do we got here? Some experience, some gold, some bloon stones. Wonderful. Let's keep moving on in the world here. Ooh, 3 more things done. Whoa, let's get them up. Bam, bam. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Got a bunch of money in here, too. All right. I think I'm going to have to start upgrading, you know, I just really want to upgrade some more of my towers up to 2nd and 3rd tier. I want the 4th tier ninja, but it's too expensive. It's 30k plus whatever the ninja's going to cost. So... just to get the building before I can even get that guy. So it's just a little crazy. So we get Forest Rain. This is a Moab tile this time. So it shouldn't be that much more difficult, though. Overall, I would think. And I think we're at the point where we can actually afford a 0-3 boomerang from the start. Sadly, not a 2-3 boomerang, but at least a 0-3 to get us going up in here. Oh man, I didn't realize how freaking late it is. Oh my god, my girlfriend's gonna be home soon. I gotta finish this video off, guys. I gotta make some din-dins. some din-dins for myself. Sadly, I already fed my little puppy dog some din-dins. She's been getting, I don't know if she's getting old, or getting lazy, or getting fat, or what the deal is, but lately she has not been all that active. I hope that I can, once the pool goes up, that's when it's going to be a game changer, guys. Oh, heck yeah. Well, I do take her on, like, an hour-long walk every day, so, like, that's, like, a pretty decent amount of energy for most dogs. But Luna, I mean, she was a puppy, so, I mean, she always had, like, a bunch of energy, though. So I'm kind of excited to... Oh, there's Amanda. There she is. So I'm kind of excited to get the pool open because she loves swimming. She's like the best swimming dog ever. It runs in her family because when we went to the breeder, we did go to a breeder, by the way. If that makes you hate me, I understand. But we did go to a breeder for our first dog because we wanted to raise up like a puppy and like know where it came from and everything. But we went to a breeder. And one of the main things he had at his house was he had a pond where they could just go and dive in the pond whenever they felt like it and have some fun in there. And I thought that was really freaking cool. And the cool thing about it that I actually enjoyed was the fact that he actually had a koi. It was a koi pond as well, so he would let his dogs swim in the koi pond. And I don't know why this all went down. I don't even know why he was telling us about this, but he was just talking about how he makes money in a variety of different ways, where the cost of the dog isn't really that bad, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It was goofy, but we only got about whoa, I can't do math today. 16 rounds to go. Because for some reason it was just messing with my head a little bit. Because normally I do it. I usually do in terms of 10 or 20 or 30 or 40, like by tens, and I subtract or add based on, how close it is. But for some reason, adding 20 and then taking away 4 just messed with my brain a little bit today. So round 8 was ridiculously long. What the heck's going on? Huh. What can we do that'll make this game interesting? I think I like the idea of a heli pilot. Because this is one of those maps where, sure, they can attack at 2 different spots, but you have this gigantic area of the entire map that just most towers can't hit. It's good for monkey aces, good for like dartling guns, things with infinite range, but also good for heli pilots. Because you guys know those are one of my favorite towers these days, especially in battles. So we're gonna rock these guys up. And we can put them in the front too until we actually need to move them around, do whatever we need to do. Wonderful. Wonderful! Alright, what's next on the agenda? I think I'm just going to go for a bunch of heli pilots, actually. We go for all 3 of those guys up to quad darts. I don't believe that I actually need any right-sided heli pilots, though. Those guys are worthless. So here's our second heli pilot up to quad darts. You don't realize how expensive those are, but they're pricey. Usually, I mean, I guess it's like almost the same price as a 2-3 bloon ring, which isn't too bad. When you see $2,000 and then you see $0, it just seems like so much money. I mean, if we had $2,000 in real life 10 years ago, could have bought 2,000 double cheeseburgers. Can you imagine that? Is that not the most ridiculous? Maybe I can go and get a bulk order from McDonald's and just get double cheeseburgers for $1. Who knows? Maybe they'll allow it for me. Maybe I can be sponsored by McDonald's and just go get double cheeseburgers whenever the heck I want. This sounds wonderful. Though I'd be way too fat if that happened. Oh, man. So, yeah, obviously everybody knows McDonald's will, if you eat it every single day, it will make you fat. It's weird, I've seen Super Sized Me, which was the documentary about the guy who ate McDonald's every day for, I think it was only 30 days. And by the end, he gained like 15, 20 pounds or something like that, and his doctor was like, you need to stop, you're going to die if you keep this up. And it's like, whoa, that's crazy, man. And just 1 month, he just like went off the rails and got super duper unhealthy. Then I also saw another documentary. I don't remember the name of it. I actually only watched part of it, by the way, because I just was kind of, I didn't know why I didn't watch all of it. But anyways, in that documentary, they also ate McDonald's for 30 days in a row, but they ate it okay, so the way the first guy did it was he would buy the largest size everything. And if they ever asked him if he wanted to supersize his order, he would say yes. That was his rule. If they ever asked him to supersize, he would. And then he had to eat it all. No matter what, even if he's full, he had to eat it all. And then this other person, they ate McDonald's every day for 30 days, but instead of just eating until they're absolutely stuffed and stuff like that, they just ate until they were full, or like ate just enough, just a little bit. So I think it was just the fact that he was like eating too much food was really the issue with all of that. It wasn't really the McDonald's itself. It was eating too much. I think if you eat too much of any food, obviously it's going to be sort of bad for you. But eating too much of like already pretty fatty and bad food for you is obviously going to be pretty bad. So we got our 3 heli pellets going. I think another ninja is in order here. It's one of my only 3rd tier and 3-2 towers to get so far. Ah, why not, dude? Let's pop him in here. I actually have upgrades for him, though. That was my first monkey ace, and I already have upgrades for said monkey ace. Pop some cannon action in here. Oh, baby, get him in there. Get an engineer in here. Oh, man, we got upgrades for this guy, too. Spike Factory, heck yeah. It's actually really good against the Moab class balloons on this level. Oh, I actually have some pretty nice upgrades for this guy. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And then, I'll put him here. And the reason why I'm putting him there, by the way, it might seem like a really goofy spot, but the problem is that sometimes balloon chippers... Oh, and I just realized, this is kind of cool. When I'm looking at my iPad, I can actually see the razor rotors, like, go really, really fast, like, where you can't even see them. But for some reason, on my game capture, it's got to be some sort of certain frame rate that it looks like the razor rotors are actually spinning just very slowly to the right. But that's actually not what's happening. They're actually spinning so fast that the frames just line up for you to make it look like they're going very, very slowly. Just a little bit odd to see that. You don't see that very often except in like movies and stuff. It makes me think that my frame rate on my iPad must be way better than the frame rate on my recording software. Because I record in 60 frames per second, by the way. Just in case you were curious. I do. So here we go, we got some balloons coming out, but it does not matter. Let's get some boomerangs up in here. Looks like the balloons are becoming sort of problematic for us. Let's pile a couple of these guys in here. Oh, we got Moabs coming out. Woo! But that's not a problem for us either. The nice thing about the last few rounds on these things is that they actually go by very, very quickly. Usually, if you see a Moab or two, just like that's it. That counts as all the balloons because they come out so gosh darn quickly. Or if they just space them out for a really, really freaking long time, they can often take a long time to actually go to the next round. So just an interesting concept. We're going to go for a couple Dartling guns really quick. 1, 2, and 3. Not even like we need them, but I'm going to get them anyways. And we're all set. So we took down Oh My God class balloons with this setup right here. Why wouldn't be able to take down Moab class balloons? That makes zero sense. Unless they go crazy with the group Moabs, which does happen sometimes, by the way. It can happen. But not usually on regular, non-grouped Moab tiles. So there we go, we did it, man! Woo! What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? We get some experience, we get some monies, we get some balloon stones, and we get a monkey knowledge pack! Talk about awesome. And what do we get? Engineering a win! Alright, we use the engineer. We get something else for the monkey ace? No, we don't. Oh, man. What are our quests? Still got a lot of quests, actually. Light it up. Let's see what we got. Can't see. Light the place up. Place torches. The heck? I guess I can place some tiki torches if you really want me to. What do we need here? Submarine! Oh, yeah! Alright, I still haven't even used a submarine at all. Interesting. So actually, I kind of like this. If you look at the bottom there, it basically tells you what you need to do. Oh, pop more balloons? Visit a friend and pop the balloon spies. I don't have any friends. Oh, this sucks. Ceramic balloons, super monkey, maulers, real power. What do we need to do to get a 4th tier upgrade? 4th tier upgrade, 7,500 bucks though. That's actually not a bad deal right there. Doesn't really equal out and raid somebody, but we need the ceramic crucible thing. Oh, we won't have enough money for that. Let's see if I can build it. Thumbs up. All right, let's build. Let's build one of these guys. We need the balloon compression tank. All right, let's build this guy. Anywhere that he fits, I guess. Doesn't really matter to me. This is where most of my stuff is right now, so that works for me. It's $5,000 gone, though. I need another 6,500 bucks just to get my balloon killed, and then I'm gonna finally start being able to, send out rushes against people. I'm honestly surprised that I can't send out rushes to people unless I get all of these random thingamabobs. You know, it's kind of weird to me. No pending attacks. Blah 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 blah. All right. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you press that like button for me. I'd appreciate that a bunch. Subscribe if you haven't, and of course, have a super duper delicious day.